proud to present the next topic, and obviously it's also about digitalization. But let's check what it is about really. All right, the digital enterprise in the manufacturing industry. I know what you're thinking. How often did I say digitalization now within the last 3 minutes? Digitalization again, how predictable. Good morning.
Yeah, the digitalization is changing everything. What I want to tell you that I don't like the way you talk about digitalization, because I tell you one thing, we're living in some really exciting times. And looking at you, you don't seem to be the woman who likes to be living in the past, right?
Well, yeah, of course. Not everything was bad then. You're right, Magnus. Remember, we had the analog music on vinyl, the crackles, and you sat there, you looked at the LP cover. It was really nice.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I mean, after all, vinyl is going through a revival as of today. But what you're forgetting is also all the time you spend sitting there on your recording and trying to get that mixtape together, control, pause, recording.
And then the moderator talked into it and messed up your whole cassette, right?
Yes. Yeah. Can you change the speaker notes a bit, the size of the windows? Thank you.
And, well, then music got digitized.
Yes.
Everything became much more comfortable.
Yes, and that's a very good word, with digitized, because that's kind of what's happening when you go from analog to digital media. But what I want to say here, but you need to remember we are in the age of digitalization. And if you look at the way we're consuming music today with those streaming services of various kinds.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool
you
and
easily
easy.
put together your playlists and don't have the hassle of copying music onto your little iPod. And thanks to those, a bit of a nerdy statement, those adaptive algorithms, the software is even analyzing your way of listening to music. So I know you're very sporty. Every morning you go for that 10-kilometer run. And the solution actually provides you with music that gets an extra couple of seconds out of your 10K run. Is that nice?
I wish I really could have that for my running shoes, yeah?
What do you mean?
I wish I could have that for my running shoes.
Do you want the shoes that you're running for you? I can look into it. Could be tough to arrange. But what I can tell you, though, is that already today, you can go to certain stores and you can analyze your, say, stature, your weight, and your way of running. And will you get that perfect Christina fit to your shoes in the color of your choice, of course, and delivered in the same time as a mass production product and, of course, in a comparable price.
You start talking now into a lot of technical things. I think I leave you here with your topic and I'm out of here.
Okay. I'll call you back in a few minutes. So that with the shoes is one thing. Things have changed drastically over the last years, and some things remain the same. If you look at the challenges today's industry are facing, you have time to market. It's always been like that. You need to take a product to market as fast as you can. Flexibility, being able to produce those mass customized product to all needs. You need to produce with quality, because poor quality is immediately being punished. And you need to be efficient and, of course, also secure your intellectual property against cyber attacks, etc. And one of the reasons that you guys are here today is probably to discover new technologies. Let me talk a bit about that. If we take the way products are evolving or being developed nowadays, for example, generative design or topology optimization, which is kind of adopting nature's way of creating things, trees and other organic things. We're able to print that on, let's say, additive manufacturing solutions, which is kind of printing either steel or some components in a layer-by-layer type of way, which enables us to create amazing products. So that's the creation, and that's how we build them, and also how products are evolving. I'm fairly sure all of you are one way or the other connected to cloud solutions. Cloud is much more than just storing data. Today, cloud technology has been used to analyze both production facilities and also the product as it is put in use. And the nice thing is, with the data we're collecting, we're able to turn it into knowledge and push it back into the value chain to further optimize the entire cycle. And if you want to incorporate these new technologies into your business, you need to reconsider the 3 steps of ideation, realization, and utilization. And basically take on this value chain approach, which goes from product design and all the way to services. And you want those steps to align. You want to weave a digital thread throughout all those steps. So why is this transformation necessary? Well, to me and to us at Siemens, this is the only way for you as a company to respond to this increasing complexity in products. At the same time, it gives you the opportunity to reduce cycle times, increase margins, and in the end also get more innovation at less risk. And we call this the holistic approach. It's enabled by a team center, which sits as a fundament beneath the collaboration platform, which enables data to flow back and forth. And on the rear side, you got MindSphere, our open IoT operating systems for data analytics. And when you're analyzing data, you basically flow the data back into your value chain. And at this very point in time, you have a complete alignment, data is flowing back and forth. And at this point in time, magic is happening. You're getting a digital twin of your value chain. And with this digital twin, you're able to develop your product in a virtual environment. You can simulate, test, optimize, validate everything in a virtual environment without consuming any real resources. And perhaps also not the need to build as many prototypes. I guess I'm still a bit too theoretical, but it's a really passion of mine to work with this. Let me show you this example, what I just told you, with one of our own products. This is a Simatic Field PG. PG stands for Programmiergerät, and it's German for laptop, I'm told. I might be wrong. It's a fairly tough notebook that's been used in manufacturing environments. It can take one of the other bounds. And let's say you want to simulate or build this laptop. You can use our NX solution to model it up, test it, for all the way from the first idea through the industrial design phase and moving forward. And also simulation and manufacturing planning is part of this very nice solution. Simulation. So if you take a look at a simulation case, in a laptop of this type, you got processors. Processors are generating energy, energy as in heat. This cooling bracket sits on top of the processor. We want to make sure that enough heat is being transferred away as this computer is working. What we see now in this physical behavior simulation, heat development, is that the bracket is too small. What can we do? Take a smaller processor would be one solution. Or since we are in an associative environment, we simply go back to the engineering step and using synchronous technology and expand the size of this cooling bracket. Or perhaps even add one more ventilation hole on the side of the cage by copy and paste, easy like that. Some of you may have heard that we got a new family member at Siemens since a few weeks, Mentor Graphics. So now we also offer solutions for design and simulation of electronic components. Yeah. So now we can finalize the first part. We've developed a digital twin of the product. And it doesn't stop there. So we have it in a virtual environment. We want to make sure we can build it. And we do that also in a virtual environment using Teamcenter. And in this environment, we connect the product with the process, the resource, and the plant data. Get a bill of process, basically showing what step we need to build this part. We can use that list to simulate the ergonomic on a workplace. This is Jill working. Because it's important to avoid work-related injuries in this type of environment. You can scale her up and down, and the same goes for Jack. What percentage you like? Some environments got robots working, like in this case, a dual-arm robot carrying out the same type of work in a different type of way, because now you need also to program the robot. It's also something you can do in our environment. Simulation of material flow throughout the facility. If you fly up a bit higher and look at the entire facility, it is very important to locate those bottlenecks, scale the buffers to a correct size, and we can even simulate the consumption of energy in this environment to get more efficient in that field as well. And at this point in time, we may also have one or the other machine in the environment, in our 3D environment, and we're able to do what we call automated engineering. So based on our simulation, we can basically push down and generate the PLC code more or less automatically. So we transfer the PLC code from our process simulator environment or mechatronics concept designer environment into the TIA portal, our engineering framework. So the overall result is validated holistically in the phase that we call virtual commissioning. So what you see here is our digital twin of the production line. We got the TIA portal, and we also got PLC Sim Advanced, which is a virtual controller. So we're validating, testing, debugging the code, and then we start producing. And this leads to significant time saves in the commissioning phase. And the rest of the engineering is, of course, done in our engineering framework, as I said before, the TIA portal. And thanks to our world-leading automation equipment and the concept of TIA, the entire production now running smooth and efficient. So that's what the digital twin for the production. So at this point now, we're starting to really to produce our product. Sometimes you need to optimize the order of your orders, and for that you have a pre-actor solution, Semantic IT pre-actor, in which you can drag and drop and change the orders in what order you want to produce it. To be fast and efficient and be able to offer quality, you also need quality solutions. Same here. You have work instructions coming down. So this is what you see here in those pictures that will occur soon, like there. That is a spin-off product from the planning phase. It could be also Jack and Jill standing there doing their operations, showing what tools to use. Documents, pictures, and videos can be displayed in Semantic IT for MES. Quality, we want to make sure we are producing quality. And what our QMS solutions are doing is actually monitoring the product throughout the assembly phase. And if you see that one of those bullets goes out of bounds, you can be a bit proactive and basically analyze where this error actually comes from. Better to be proactive than be reacting, I would say. So we're producing our laptop, and with that, a lot of data. Data, as you know, is of a great value and we want to use. And with our MindSphere solution, we're able to both analyze the use of the laptop and also the production process. And we turn it into knowledge and feed it back into our process chain. So at this point in time, we've got the digital twin of the product, of the production, and a digital twin of the performance. And the data, as I said, you feed it back to the product and also to the production. The nice thing with our approach is that we got everything on one integrated data model, the Teamcenter data model. So no matter where you are on this planet, in what time zone, etc., you will always have access to the right data, to the correct data, the release data to work with that and then with that be able to take that decision to make the best out of your situation. So what do you need for all this? Well, it's a digital enterprise suite. As you see here, the fundament of a Teamcenter as behind. You got PLM, Product Lifecycle Management, MOM for Manufacturing Operation Management, TIA for Total Integrated Automation, and MindSphere behind it. All connected to MindSphere. And this is probably one of the only ways you can actually get faster to market, be more flexible, produce quality, get even more efficient, and of course also protect your intellectual property. And with that, become the game changer you need today in order for you to enable your digital enterprise and make the future yours. Christina, I'm done.
Make the future yours. Hey, I still have been writing down some notes because your presentation was so interesting. I'm going to ask the audience about bits and bytes in here. No. Thank you very much, Magnus. Big hand of applause to you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hear